Hiya, folks. This is Rick Emmett of Triumph.
This is Mark Merrill, also known as Johnny B. Bad.
Yo, guys, it's Mark McKay.
Hey, this is Frank Fletcher.
Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan.
Hey, guys, this is John Karabi.
Hey, guys, it's Leva Leone.
What's up, guys? Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project.
What's up, everybody? It's Logan from All the Pretty Things.
Hey, this is Cody Howell.
Hey, this is Sammy Lee, drummer of the band Red Rain.
My name's Reggie, and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
The most amazing things that can happen to a human being will happen to you if you lower your expectations. Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
Greetings, salutations, all that fun stuff. I am TBT. That froze guy over there is Ace. He's not froze. He's active.
No.
I can see him breathing.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Welcome. We've been paying attention to the chat room, which is already going. Wes and Natalie already at each other's throats. Wes, we were like 30 seconds late. And for you to say that Ace is probably frozen on his webcam already was pretty damn hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the difference. You're not.
No, I actually have good Wi-Fi right now. I'm running everything, all the machines.
You literally left your home and traveled hours for good Wi-Fi.
That's how dedicated I am. I will travel 10 hours up the road to the state of New York and go to the Northern studio to produce this show.
Right.
And
just
that's
for good Wi-Fi.
Just for good Wi-Fi.
You are currently in the state of New York.
Right, the state, not the city.
Correct.
The state.
Which is why I said state.
We got here about 4:30, 4 o'clock.
This morning or this afternoon?
This afternoon.
Oh.
Right. And I promptly unloaded the car, and then I took a nap.
Very good.
That's why this is your show again, because I have hardly looked at anything.
Right. And you were under the impression that I looked up things?
I thought that's what we did.
No.
You said that you were going to, during work.
No.
Not even do anything except look up stories for today.
I would never do that.
You were going to blow off a meeting.
Dedicated.
Shut your door. Yeah, shut your door.
No.
You didn't do that?
It didn't happen.
What happened?
Believe it or not, got busy. Yeah.
I don't believe it.
It's ridiculous. Welcome to everybody that's in the chat. Remember, if you're in the chat, you're watching or doing whatever. We are watching the chat on YouTube as well as the Facebooks. It's more active in YouTube, so if you're in there, say hi. Even if you don't participate, just say hi. Hit that thumbs up, because not everybody has. Who's in there right now? Natalie, of course, our moderator. It's almost like I say that every week. It's weird. Lou, welcome. Lou in the big sunshiny state of Michigan. Shannon's in. Mama TBT. Mrs. TBT. Goodness gracious. It's like everybody's in there.
Almost.
Yeah. And we haven't kicked out Wes. I'm surprised.
Wes, I think, is commenting that you were oiling your beard. How long does that take?
How long does what take? To grow?
To oil it.
Who oils it?
With beard oil.
No.
Yeah, I use a wax, a balm. It's a lot of effort.
Can I do a product placement?
I blow dry my beard.
I'm going to do a product placement. I don't have it. I don't have it in front of me, but I do use a beard balm.
Okay.
I'll admit it. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
And, this is who I use. This is mustache wax. Try saying that fast. But I'm going to show it, and then I'll talk about it for the people that are just listening and not seeing it. But yeah, Mad Viking Beard Company. That's who I use. They've got great beard balm, beard oil, mustache wax, all of the above, because at one point I was challenged. I was challenged to take this and wax it. Because, yeah, because it's kind of long.
You should do that.
Yeah, and go to work that way.
Yes, you should go every day like that.
I should.
Like a public gunslinger.
Can I wear a cowboy hat too?
Oh, absolutely. It's recommended.
See, there we go. Natalie said no.
Why?
I don't know. But you know what? Mrs. TBT says no as well. Wow, Wes.
But I know. I just saw it.
What is with him? This is like 3 straight weeks of him just absolutely coming after one of us. Mainly you.
Me. It's always me.
Yeah.
You know, Wes and I, we go way back.
Yeah.
And I apologize for whatever I've done, but it's been so long, I don't remember.
Look at the last one he just put up there.
Yeah.
What's a Wyatt twerp?
I like that.
Well, if I listen to hip hop, I could be Wyatt twerk.
Oh, wow.
I'm hashtagging that.
Hashtag Wyatt twerp.
Yeah. Or twerk.
So let me tell you something, though. There was a day when you would leave the oppressive heat in Indiana.
Yes.
And we would leave and escape it when we came here to the less oppressive heat of New York State. And it's no longer like that. Yeah, it's pretty hot here. It's pretty hot.
It is only 82 here.
Only 82?
Only 82, but it feels like 86.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mowed 2 yards yesterday, swam in my pool, and then packed up and came here, and it's still hot.
I have not mowed because yesterday was Monday and I didn't want to. And I couldn't mow today because I don't have enough time between getting home from work and doing this show. Because it's live, dang it.
Right.
So I'll do it tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, the wind blowing it.
So?
Yeah, it's like bent over.
It's not that bad. But it may rain tomorrow, and if it rains, I ain't gonna be able to.
Yeah, Wes says he should give me more love, but it's fine. It's fine. I enjoy the jocularities and the good-natured ribbing.
Well, yeah, until he's banned.
Oh, well, it takes a lot to get banned because
it does. It really does. Because Natalie's still here.
Yeah, and she's got the corner market on it anyway.
Yeah, right. What's with
corner?
That? She got the cornered market, or does she have the market cornered?
She's just got the corner.
Okay, which corner?
Well, the most popular one.
Main and 37.
Yep.
Kid grief. Yeah. So how long are you up in the big state of New York?
Big state.
Yeah.
We're here till probably Friday or Saturday.
Of this week.
Right. Not a long trip. Priest concert is tomorrow.
Nice.
So Kathy and I will be going to that. And
does she know?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You just showed up at the door and be like, "Hey, I'm here. We're just here to visit."
No, this shit was planned months in advance. What's that say?
Wes, to answer your question, yes, we did. We absolutely did. We just didn't say which corner. Actually, we did, but we're not repeating it. Whatever. Well, good. Just you and the wife, or the whole fam?
Just me and the wife.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're up here now. And we'll take a longer trip, probably July or so, where we're here a little bit longer. But we're here for the show. We'll see if Priest can keep it up tomorrow like they've been doing.
Don't post a video.
Why? Because they'll demonetize me again?
Because they'll demonetize it.
I I was so shocked when I got that email. I don't know if you saw it or I forget how it was, notification, whatever. But and you can make a choice. YouTube gives you a choice to just continue on and show it, just knowing that it's copyrighted or copywritten or however you say that. But and you're not going to make any money. Well, yeah, I don't care. I want the fans of the Weekly Pour to see the video.
Right.
Didn't matter to me. But yeah, I posted that Judas Priest video on our YouTube page, and YouTube told me that we could not make money on that video.
Daggone.
Now, here's the thing. I shot the video.
Right.
From the audience with my iPhone. And Judas Priest had nothing to do with it.
No.
So why do they get to copyright my video?
Probably because they can hear the music. And that's a copyrighted song.
Could they hear it? Could they?
Well, I would hope so. I wouldn't want you to post a video that has nothing on it.
They're not following us.
Who?
Judas Priest.
Bro, it's the AI.
The AI.
The AI is listening to everything. It's their music, and they hear it. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Every time we upload a video from here, it runs through and it verifies it. Like, it listens to the whole show in like 32 seconds and makes sure that it's not got copyrighted material. But aren't we copyrighted?
I think so.
Yeah,
I feel copyrighted.
I'm TBT's trademarked. So is Ace.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, not by you, but it's still trademarked.
Speaking of AI type things, for years, people have talked about how maybe our phones listen to us because how you might be sitting around, you and I might be sitting around and we talk about, hey, have you seen that new Toyota truck?
Right.
And then a few minutes later, you open your phone up and there's ads everywhere for Toyota trucks and tires for your Toyota truck and things like that.
Right.
And then Apple or Samsung or whomever denies that that's the case, that there's no listening, there's nothing involved like that. I had another case of that recently. It's kind of funny. We haven't got around to discussing it, but Hulu has the Bon Jovi documentary out.
Correct.
And I've watched most of it. We've discussed watching it and all that. My wife was with me while we were watching it. We're both fans of Bon Jovi, and we sat and watched 3 out of 4 episodes. And it's so funny because now, whenever she runs her playlist through just random songs, almost every other one is a Bon Jovi song.
See,
almost every other one. Now,
it's a conspiracy.
Is that cheating though? Because those songs are now all charting on the streaming charts. Like Bon Jovi's making a huge resurgence on the streaming charts,
right?
Because of the popularity of the documentary, presumably. Or is it your phone just saying, you know what, I think you want to listen to this?
Exactly.
I think it is. I think it's a little of both.
But why is it that I can't talk about other things and I start getting those up on my phone? Oh no.
What other things?
Well, I can't mention those, but we have to keep this somewhat PG.
Right.
But, you start mentioning some things and they don't show up. But daggone, if I start talking about Nike high tops, loving Nike socks, it's going to be on there. It'll be on Amazon. They'll pop up. You're interested in this? No, I'm not. I'm looking for a jar of mayonnaise. And I said that just so everybody else will now have mayonnaise on their shopping list.
Right. And all the things that we've been talking about. But I don't know if anyone else in the audience has experienced that. But it seems like it happens a lot. Whether it's music or just random ads of things that you discuss. And it may take a day, but it'll pop up because we were talking about it.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Hello.
No, I didn't get anything. Oh my gosh, look who has joined and then went away. Hi, Kathy.
He's on the screen.
I tried to get that as close as I could, but.
Hello, Kathy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's different to see you here and not on the chat. You're there. Quit pushing Ace out of the way.
I'm trying to get more screen time.
Well, make him get up, and then you and I can do the show.
No, I'm just going to sit here and listen.
I'm glad you're there. I'm excited about your show tomorrow.
I am excited about my show tomorrow.
Absolutely. I think you should come down here and go see Tom Kiefer.
I could.
Yeah, we're going.
But I'm also broke, so probably not.
If you start walking now, you'll get here by August.
This true. Body doesn't walk.
Wait a minute. They're already there. All you got to do is hitch a ride.
I think you could do that. It's an interstate.
Yeah.
There's everywhere.
Absolutely. And Natalie apparently knows all the street corners, so we're all set.
Right.
Hi, Natalie. I'm looking at the chat now.
Yeah. She's getting ready to get banned.
Your Wi-Fi is much better than mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
I can actually pull things up and run multiple devices and pull all your bandwidth. I mean, you're done tomorrow. You can't watch TV.
Great.
But yeah, you hit the limit. Good grief. Why do we do this show? Oh, yeah.
Hi.
To talk about things. Jesus.
Hold on.
Oh, no, not this again.
Oh, boy.
There. How's that?
So, all right. I gotta find some way to change the title of this to with TBT, Ace, and Kathy.
Thanks.
Well, good. So we'll get your input on some of these items that we're talking about this evening, because I'm sure you'll have some things to say. Number one, if anybody looked at the description of tonight's episode, it basically says if you're a bear stuck in a tree, what music would make you jump out? I can tell you what music will not make you jump out, and that is Black Sabbath.
So, why would you play Black Sabbath to a bear if he's stuck in a tree?
Well,
who made
so
that choice?
This was the wild imagination of some wildlife officials in Colorado. May 14th, there was a bear that was stuck in a tree in a neighborhood and didn't want to leave after finding food and getting into all the trash that was left out the night before. So the Colorado Parks and Wildlife people said, you know what'll work? We'll play some music. So what do? The Golden Police Department in Colorado deployed a drone and blasted Iron Man from the loudspeaker.
This is not some prisoner.
No. Now, the bear was annoyed. They said he was annoyed. I mean, how do you know if a bear's annoyed? There's got to be a joke in there, but I don't know. So they decided to blast music at the bear. They were more worried, and you can hear this in the video if you watch the video, they were worried that he was going to start headbanging, and if he did, they were going to have a problem, which I find that hilarious. The bear didn't go anywhere, so they tried this during the day. They knew that he probably wasn't going to move till it got dark, when everybody's gone and not gawking at him.
Right.
But the moral of the story is that black bears don't mind Black Sabbath. So,
what was he really doing though? He ate some trash.
Yeah, and just hanging out.
And
like he was full. He was on a stakeout.
Why can't a bear come to your neighborhood and just dig through your trash and hang out?
Right. And apparently listen to some Black Sabbath.
And so, did they finally get the bear gone, or did it go of its own accord?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he did. But yeah, it wasn't because of Black Sabbath. My question, if you wanted to get rid of a bear, now keep in mind, for terrorists or for anybody else that we may have held captive or tried to get out of areas, we've blasted Metallica, we've blasted Anthrax, all kinds of stuff. Just naming those two. Me personally, if I wanted to get rid of somebody, I'm blasting Beyonce.
Yeah, right. I thought Rihanna might work. Play the Rihanna performance from the Super Bowl.
Right. Or anything from JoJo Siwa.
Oh, JoJo. Show JoJo in the outfit.
Right. What?
And then make the bear make a choice between that and the original.
Oh, exactly.
Or original, as we say.
Yeah.
Dude, I went down a rabbit hole on that song after we discussed it to get more context. And it was actually fascinating. But I agree with everyone else. The other singer, is it Britt Smith, I think?
Yeah.
It's better. I like it better.
Yeah, it is. I mean, good job. Thumbs up.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not a cover song. It's not. If you don't release a song and you just bury it in the archives, it doesn't count.
See what you did there. Bury it.
Yeah, it doesn't count. So JoJo Siwa, whatever, it's her song.
Did you just take a left-hand turn at Natalie's Corner and go from Bear News into JoJo Siwa?
I did. The bear was getting old.
Well, I was waiting to see if anybody would say what song they would use. Wes, of course, said a guitar solo from Lil Wayne. I can't say I've ever heard a guitar solo from Lil Wayne.
Really? Lil Wayne plays guitar?
I don't know. It's a new one on me. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting story. Why use Black Sabbath? Whatever. I tell you who's not a bear, but who's kicking a crowd's butt like the bear is Lizzie Hale.
Oh yeah. I posted the video. Did you see the video?
Oh yeah.
I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Right. So Lizzie has started those last 5 shows that Skid Row has on their tour.
Yeah.
Their little theater club tour they're doing. And we're now seeing video pop up. You can continue now.
Okay. Well, so and Sandra just said anything by Justin Bieber. I agree. If I was a bear, I'd fall.
I would leave it quickly.
So Skid Row recently played first 4 dates with Lizzie Hale on vocals. I guess last weekend in Illinois. The concert stuck to their first 2 albums, Skid Row and then Slave to the Grind. A lot of people were really, really anxious for this, and it went off. Watch the video if you haven't. Ace posted it on our Facebook page. It's very good. I mean, it's Lizzie Hale. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. One thing that I liked about it was the fact that they played 14 songs.
Right. It's a good little set.
Yeah, from shoot, I'll just run all through them. Slave to the Grind, The Threat, Making a Mess, 18 in Life, Big Guns, Piece of Me, Time Bomb, Quicksand Jesus, Living on a Chain Gang, I Remember You, Psycho Love, and Monkey Business. That was the main show. And then we have the encore of Riot Act and, of course, Youth Gone Wild. 14 songs. I mean, that's a lot.
I wonder if she had any input like, okay, I'll do it if we get to play Riot Act. And they're like, cool, whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a couple of those in there that may not be standard, little deeper track.
Sure.
A couple of them. But yeah, she looked great. She sounded great. Most importantly, she looked like she was having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the fact that her bandmate and boyfriend, Joe Hottinger, he got in there and he was playing with them.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Extra guitar player.
She was just strutted across the stage playing off both her bandmates and the audience and nailed Sebastian's piercing high notes with ease.
So, well, and this is what makes me think, because this was all fun and games. I mean, the band was having a blast, right? They looked like they were really, really enjoying themselves. But after this, now they've got to make a decision on what they're going to do. I mean, we're after Sebastian. What are we? Three singers? 4 deep on Skid Row, as they've tried to avoid, having to have this conversation.
Yeah.
And coming up, and it keeps coming up. Is Sebastian going to come back? And he is pushing it hard. A lot. Of course, he's going to get questioned about it. Every interview he does is about this band.
I would expect nothing, nothing less than that.
Right. So
this is Sebastian freaking Bach.
So what are they going to do? Go audition another unknown singer? Wait and see if Lizzie can do some dates here and there. They've talked about that, waiting on her.
Yeah.
But she's got a full summer tour with Hailstorm. She's got a tour in the fall in Canada with Evanescence co-headlining.
Right.
So when are they going to have time for this? And everyone has multiple bands. I get that sort of thing. But, I don't think waiting around for a part-timer like that is what they need. I think they need to do what you suggested the last show or the last two shows and just get over it. Get Sebastian.
Yes.
And yes.
Yes.
And put on a tour, however the tour works out.
Yeah. Here's an ironic thing, too. They're definitely no Firehouse. I mean, Firehouse, I know they had Nate Peck start, within a week, if not shorter. And then just 3 days ago, they announced him as the new singer. He's it.
Yeah.
He's the one. So, which is great for Nate Peck. It's great for the fans of Firehouse or anybody that's ever heard him. Skid Row's not doing the same thing. They're waiting around. And it makes you question kind of what you just said. What are they doing? Are they doing this whole Lizzie Hale thing just to, I know they need to make money. They're going to do these tours. They don't want to cancel the dates, all that good stuff. Great. Fans want to see that. But is this when the contract negotiations are going on? Is this the phone calls? I think you mentioned that last week. I don't know.
And you bring up another interesting point I wanted to bring up last week that we didn't get to is the situation with Firehouse, because it wasn't a week or two, was it?
I wouldn't say it was one. It was just a week because they did a show, like a tribute show. But Nate Peck has been going, I don't know if he's been on tour with them. We seen him last year, and Nate Peck was there because he sang with Jack Russell.
And that's the guy that came out and sang that one song with Jack Russell. He is very good.
Right.
And he's known for what, American Idol?
Yeah.
Is it? Was it American Idol?
Yeah, I think it was last year, 2023. He was one of the ones that got the golden ticket. Whatever that means.
That's probably why.
You didn't?
Yeah.
You watch every year.
I didn't watch this year either.
What?
I had too many other things to watch.
But
you're just upset that Katy Perry's not there.
She's not there?
Well,
then I wouldn't watch it
She's
anyway.
there.
No, she left.
No, she's still there.
No, Katy hates it.
I just watched it like 2 nights ago.
You're 2 years behind.
Wait, you know who won?
No.
So I'm going to take my left at the corner of Natalie and
because I did see that the is it Loretta Lynn's granddaughter got booted off?
No,
I really did.
She did not get booted off.
She won.
She won.
Oh, see,
I'm pretty sure that what Natalie will know. I think she watches it, but I was pretty sure it was her granddaughter that won.
I thought I don't pay attention, but I thought I saw a blurb saying that she had gotten the boot and didn't make the final. So you may need to look that up for me because I don't want to steer anyone wrong. I'm, of course, being facetious with Kathy about Katy Perry, but
did she say? Oh,
Natalie didn't watch it.
Oh, she didn't watch it.
Oh, well, keep talking because I'm looking it up.
But what I'm getting at is, I know bands don't want to leave money on the table. And they have shows they can go out. There's money to make, and you may need that money even if you're a band that has to fight for these spots. I don't know Firehouse's situation,
right?
But ZZ Top didn't wait hardly a month. I don't think it was even that long when Dusty Hill died.
Mm-hmm.
They had already replaced him and moved on. It was a week. No,
it was a shame too.
Yeah,
I don't think that should have happened.
I don't either, and it's not my place to say, I guess.
Right.
But it just seems so quick. How do you even have time to grieve a guy that you were with all those years, or is that part of the process? I don't know.
I don't know. Mama TBT said nope, and A girl named Abby Carter is who won. I just looked that up, and apparently that's not Loretta Lynn's granddaughter.
Okay. What do we know about Abby Carter?
Her first name's Abby and her last name's Carter. That's about all I know. She got a good voice. I mean, I heard her like a little bit.
I stopped watching around the time Simon left.
Who?
Simon.
Yeah, Simon Cowell.
Cowell with his scowl.
What?
Yes, he's very nice, and he looks very strange.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he does another show now, right?
Right.
America's Got Talent. That's the one I watch.
Yeah, man, we are all over the place. It's like squirrels.
Yeah.
That's the one he imported from England, I believe.
Yeah. That's why he's a multi-bajillionaire.
Right.
Got his hands in everything.
When we were talking about Nate, I'm going to go back to that real quick. I'm putting it in reverse and going back to Natalie's corner. CJ and Nate actually became super big friends. And from what I'm understanding, I read this a couple days ago. CJ and Nate, or CJ would like teach Nate like vocal stuff and coach him up and advice on tours and stuff like that. So they had a pretty good relationship, and this may be an instance like Queen, obviously a little bit quicker, where they pick somebody that, number one, people know, and number two, he's got a great voice for it, which,
and it's someone they're comfortable with. They already know the guy.
Right.
Yeah, they already know the guy.
Exactly.
So and maybe that helps the whole process. It's just so shocking that a week later, boom, they're right back at it on tour.
Yeah.
But I guess if you put it in perspective, how long do any of us take off when anyone passes? I mean, do we take a week, a month? We go back to work 3 days later because that's what they allot us. I don't know. That's not the point of what I'm getting at. It just seemed like a very quick boom. This legendary singer, CJ Snare, passes, and it's like, all right, man, glad you were here. We'll see you the next. No, we won't see you, but we'll be at the next show.
Yeah. It's quite a tribute for Nate. I mean, I'm sure he's digging it. Who knows? We'll probably hear about a new album at some point. Who knows? Unless they just want to keep doing what they're doing and all that. But which kind of leads me to another tribute that's going on, thanks to Anthrax singer Joey Belladonna.
Right.
He has launched a tribute band to Ronnie James Dio, which I think is awesome, and I can't wait to hear it. Actually, there are some videos out there already of him doing some Holy Diver cover that he did, Man on the Silver Mountain. I mean, there's plenty of them out there.
And he's covering not just Dio. He's covering Dio, Sabbath, Rainbow. It doesn't mention Elf in here in the Blabbermouth article.
Right.
But, I mean, that's a lot of music right there. A lot of great music.
Oh, absolutely. And if there's anybody that can do it, I mean, he can do it. If you've never listened to him do the national anthem at a hockey game, and I'm sure we've posted a video of that a couple times, but man, he's awesome.
I've seen him locally because he would play in all of these small bars here in Syracuse for Chief Bigway, which was his Journey tribute band.
Right.
I have so many videos of him I would be always like up in the front, and the way he could drum and sing at the same time is just he's really good. It's really good.
So he's playing drums as well?
In Chief Bigway,
really,
he would do all of the Journey cover tunes, and he had a bassist, a guitarist, and he drummed and sang with the little what I call the Britney Spears microphone,
right. Like Dean Castronovo does.
Yes, and he's fantastic. Wow. He's fantastic. Rob and I used to go to all of his shows down in the central New York area. It was good.
He is he's 63 years old.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. And belting out that stuff. Hey, Journey, these are two different types of singing.
Yeah.
Journey's this, this velvety melodic rock,
and he
AOR
was so
stuff.
Good at it.
And
oh my God.
Right. And then he switches gears to play. play this powerful, metal style. That's a whole different animal.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to Anthrax, I mean, that's its own beast in itself.
Don't you find it interesting that he could go out while Anthrax is dormant? He could do solo stuff. He could do Anthrax music and just wait around for them to do something. But he chooses a passion, which are people he likes,
right?
Whether Journey or Dio, which I think that's pretty fun. It's got to be fun. It's like Tremonti going out and doing Sinatra.
I was literally just thinking that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to see it. I doubt he goes very far. He probably stays close to this area because he's from Syracuse, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing 4 shows with this new group in August in Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here they are.
Yeah, so August 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. It looks like they're like little clubs or kind of like some roadhouse type places. Yeah, he's doing 4 shows. I don't see any other mentions of like band members. So it may just be some guys he's put together and said, "Hey, we're going to do this." Yeah. He returned to Anthrax in 2010. He sang with them from 84 to 92. And then I think it's when John Bush came in. But yeah, that's going to be an awesome show.
At all.
That is, I think that's a point of controversy for a lot of people. The John Bush era of Anthrax.
I like it.
I loved
I've tried.
It. Did you?
Yeah. What was that? Shoot, I can't even remember the album. Help
White
me
Noise?
out, Kathy.
White Noise, Stomp.
White Noise.
Oh.
Yeah, the sound was it Sound of White Noise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that album.
And, yeah, I tried. I own it. Well, Rob owns it. I just couldn't get into it.
Huh? Yeah.
Probably because I started listening to Anthrax with Joey, so it's almost like John Bush for me was an imposter.
Sure.
Only because that's what I was, I first listened to. So.
Well, it's nowhere near like I Am the Man. If you've never listened to that, pull it up and listen. And then what was the biggest single, I think, was Only off of The Sound of White Noise. Listen to that. And it's a huge difference. It was almost like Kiss's Revenge, when they decided to just go all, hard and like, amps up on 10. I enjoyed it, but I also enjoy older Anthrax. I don't listen to much of it anymore, of the newer stuff or, the stuff, I guess, after John Bush. But I do love Joey. He's awesome. He'd be a good guy to meet.
He is so down to earth and so nice. Like, you could walk into, the grocery store and he'd be like, "Hey, how you doing? What kind of music you like?" I mean, he is so nice.
He's got the best mullet I've ever seen.
What?
He has the best mullet I've ever seen. And he's what, like 4'10"?
No, he's probably about 5'5", maybe.
That was close. He looks like Steve Perry there in his photo.
Oh, he does.
That's the photo on the Blabbermouth article. If you've got the same one I have,
I don't even have it pulled up.
Oh, he looks like Steve Perry right there. It's kind of crazy.
Well, as we continue talking about people that do bands and leave bands and go to other bands, Mike Portnoy back in the news again because he's going back to Dream Theater.
Right. That's been going on for about a month or two. So yeah, and they're releasing a new record, correct? I believe that's what's happening. They're recording.
Yeah, I think they are.
And he's full bore back into Dream Theater, and those fans I know are extremely excited because
they are.
This was a big deal when he left, and people were like holding that against him. All these other projects he's done didn't matter, Winery Dogs or Sons of Apollo or anything else he was doing didn't matter.
Right.
But now we're rejoicing. He's back.
Well, there's a not so rejoicing part,
Okay.
and that means that the winery dogs, who he's in with Richie Kotzen and
Our
I think
friend.
just and our
Our friend.
buddy, um, they are going into hibernation for the foreseeable future. Um, is that necessarily a big thing? No, not necessarily. I mean, you look at Nikki Six, with 6 a.m. when there was no Motley going on, all that stuff. He puts together this band and does, a few albums, and I loved 6 a.m. Are the winery dogs going to continue? Maybe. Do they have to? No. Richie
Oh,
does
they
great
will.
on his own.
They
Well, no,
will.
I'm
This is.
talking without Portnoy.
Oh no, that he'll be back.
Right.
He'll be back.
So
Uh,
Richie can do his own thing, his solo
yeah.
thing, whatever,
He's
like he's always
already.
done. Yeah.
He's already recording.
Yeah. And I think he's already released a single,
Yeah,
Cheap
I haven't had.
Shots.
Yep, I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but I saw it out.
Yeah. And that leaves Billy Sheehan. Well, that leads into the next thing to talk about.
And we should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
We should have seen it coming.
My question, based on what we're getting ready to talk about, is whether or not who was going to be first. Was it going to be Portnoy? Was it going to be Sheehan?
Okay.
Who was going to go back to their band first?
Right.
Because I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I don't know if we did or not, but Mr. Big is putting together another album.
Right. They just announced that last week or this week. And on this very show, Billy Sheehan told us that the tour he just did with Mr. Big was the last one. They're done. Okay. And take him at his word. But now we're putting out a record. So I guess we were, the tour went well. We enjoyed our time together. Screw it. Let's put a record out.
Yeah.
But I believe Eric Martin has said no tour, right?
Yep, he did. He said, "This is it. We're not." This is a quote. When we say big finish, it's not like Motley Crue or Kiss. We are really men of our words. It's going to be it. We're not touring anymore. But that's the key. We're not touring anymore. Doesn't say anything about writing music or putting out albums.
It doesn't say anything about not doing a show.
No, he says we're not touring anymore. That's it. We're putting out a new record. We're not even going to tour on it. We'll play some songs from it as the tour progresses, because this tour doesn't end until August. And they've also got a live album coming out, but that's it. No more touring. But we're still going to be able to hear that music. Which should be good. I mean, why would it not?
Right. Well, I mean, it's been a little while for them anyway.
Sure.
I'm sure they've got their creative juices flowing, and they're amped up from this tour. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It'll be. Mr. Big usually puts out good work. And you mentioned Kotzen. Kotzen was in that band for 2 records when Paul Gilbert, the guitar player, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left for a little bit. Kotzen fit in there for 2 records, and they were good because Richie's amazing. So these guys all know each other. It's so funny. It just comes full circle.
Yeah. That studio album from Mr. Big will be their 10th album, released on July the 12th, and it is titled 10. How ironic. That's original.
Well, Pearl Jam did it first.
Yeah. Yep, they did. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be good. But all the songs, I believe, are written by Martin and Gilbert. 11 original new tracks. A couple other people that helped the writing in a tribute to their late drummer, Martin, Gilbert, and Sheehan, having listed the exceptional talents of Nick DeVerglio. I don't even know if I said that right. On drums for that new album, which was produced by Jay Rustin and Mr. Big. So
yeah, I heard of that gentleman. But yeah, their drummer, and I can't remember his name at the moment. He passed away from
Pat Torpey.
Yeah, Pat Torpey. I think he had a cancer or a brain tumor or something like that.
Right.
I have to look it up. But speaking of brain tumors,
yeah. Speaking of brain tumors, last week we talked about Oz Fox from Stryper having to go back under the knife and not being able to do the acoustic tour with Stryper. Good news is, as of 2 days ago, Oz Fox was released from the hospital after undergoing his latest surgery and is recovering.
can you imagine not having one brain tumor, but two? You have to do this twice now, and they tell you that you have to go under the. So something I found interesting, I heard about with the first surgery, because during brain surgery, they have to keep you awake. Because when they cut open your skull and work on certain sections of your brain, they need to know what they're affecting, and they want you to tell them. So in Oz's case, they had him play guitar the whole time. He was being worked on by surgeons, by neurosurgeons, so they could tell what parts were being affected, and he played guitar the whole time. Can you imagine?
They just did that on Grey's Anatomy episode that I just watched.
Did they really?
They did.
Oh, if it was Grey's Anatomy, it's got to be true.
Gotta be
true.
I know where they got the idea.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this was like from season 11.
Oh,
it's
okay.
now on season 19.
So the doctors got the idea from Grey's Anatomy.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Right there. Right there.
According to,
we'll have to talk about TV shows that never end. We'll have to talk about that sometime.
Right. That's a good one. According to Oz, Quickenology, the spot where they saw something growing was floating in some brain fluid, and it wasn't attached to anything on his brain, which is great. They still have to analyze it, but we'll see how things go as time goes on and what they say. He was recovering in a hotel, like for a couple days after it, and then within a week, he stated they'll probably be heading back to Vegas. So, which is good. It doesn't mean he's going to be able to tour, obviously, because he's got to recover. But I'm super stoked to hear that it went successfully.
You mentioned his replacement for this acoustic tour last week.
Did I?
You're right. We discussed it briefly, but we didn't get into the point that the guy doesn't play guitar as a first instrument. He's a keyboard player.
Oh, the keyboard. Yeah, the guy that toured with Poison.
With Poison. He was Poison's off-screen keyboard guy. Because Poison's all live, which we like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know if he plays guitar. I guess, he can be a multi-instrumentalist, of course, but he's not known for that. I found that fascinating.
Will Doty.
Yeah, Will Doty.
So, yeah, and everything you look at, it says, oh, he's a great keyboardist, and he'll add harmonies to the mix. Okay. Stryper's known for, 2 guitars and just, thrashing them out. They sound awesome. So,
right. And
dare I say backing track?
No,
it's acoustic. It's an acoustic thing. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but even in an acoustic set, these guys will attempt to play some intricate leads. If you remember the rage of the late 80s and early 90s when everyone was unplugging, we saw lots of acoustic guitar solos in the middle of rock songs.
Right.
And so these guys can get pretty intricate when they want to. So maybe he plays guitar. We'll see.
Maybe
it won't happen.
I'm pulling up his Instagram right now because I want to see if he's got a guitar in his hand. And all I see are keyboards.
Matter of fact, I have a picture, I think, of me with one of Wes's guitars. It doesn't mean I know how to play it.
True. I mean, I've got a picture of myself with Steel Panther, but it doesn't mean that I steal Panthers.
What was the news about them today?
They've added more tour dates.
Yeah, they added more tour dates, didn't they?
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, the fun never ends.
No. Guess what? I just found a picture of him with a guitar.
Of course.
Did you?
I did. 23 weeks ago. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, is this even him? No, never mind. It wasn't him.
Guy. It's just a guy with a guitar.
It's just some dude with a guitar. But oh well, who cares? I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fun. But yeah. So that's the story with Oz. Of course, we wish him the best, and I'm sure it's going to be an awesome tour no matter what. It's acoustic. People are going to love it. It's going to be more intimate. You know, that's the kind of thing that a lot of people dig, especially from our genre of older bands, and people want to hear that stuff. When MTV Unplugged came out, everybody was throwing out there, oh, you should have this band and this band and this band.
Right.
And then
and
they would,
fun.
yeah,
Those were fun.
And they came out with those CDs or whatever that were stripped, you know, so you would get, you know, 80s metal stripped, which would feature Warrant, you know, Kiss, it Poison, it'd feature all these different artists. When back when we had Napster and LimeWire, I would search for those, you know, those rare acoustic tracks that were out there, because somebody would be in a club and they'd record it, you know, on their little mini cassette tape, and somehow it got transferred to a digital file. And I like to do that on YouTube still. I'll still look up just rare acoustic performances, because that's when you can, that's when you can, in my opinion, that's when you can really tell if somebody's a good artist. They don't have all the electronics going, you know, the auto tune, whatever you want to call it.
Right, and you make a good point, because do you remember when Poison did the Unplugged episode? Do you remember how terrible it sounded?
Yes.
I remember, and now I was in college probably when that came out, and I remember thinking to myself, this is me, 19, 20 years old, thinking they need either backup singers or they need a track, because these guys cannot sing backup like they should. It sounded terrible. I think Brett even struggled singing vocally.
Yeah.
Now I've changed my tune as I've gotten older, and I'm like, you know what? That's warts and all. That's great. I would rather go see that show.
It's raw.
It's raw. It's them sitting in their basement, basically, playing the way they would play when they're creating music organically.
Exactly. I don't think that I don't think Tom Kiefer is going to sound great.
I think he'll sound very good. I don't think he'll sound like what we know of in the 80s.
No, absolutely. But
he's had too many vocal surgeries, and he's trained his voice to not do those things.
Right. But are we still going to pay to go see him? Absolutely. Would we pay to go see Motley Crue and listen to Vince Neil? Yeah, probably.
I think that's more of a sporting event now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to go see Motley Crue.
Yeah. Or even Axl Rose, whether it's with AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, or whoever. I'd still go. You know, it's the nostalgia of it all.
This lady had tickets to the AC/DC shows when Brian Johnson went out.
Right.
And they brought in Axl. Kathy put her foot down and got rid of those suckers.
Nope.
She paid to see AC/DC as it is and as it should be.
Exactly.
And not some, something where they're just trying to gain attention.
Sure.
Although Axl did a fine job.
Yeah.
You know, it was an interesting thing.
It was interesting. That's a good way to put it. But I'd still go.
Well, if you had your tickets and you'd been waiting a year, you know.
Wes is at it again.
Oh, I thought he left.
He ain't leaving. He ain't going anywhere.
What is he talking about? He sees Vince Neil all the time when he watches The Abominable Snowman on Rudolph.
I don't know.
Does he sound like him?
Might be.
I'm gonna let me pull it up. It's abominable, right? Not abdominable.
No, abominable.
Abominable.
That word should be banned from the English language.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
It's so tiny.
It's a meme. He's talking about a meme.
Oh.
Abominable Snowman meme of Vince Neil.
Oh, I typed in Axl Rose.
Wait, I think I do know what he's talking about.
Oh,
No, I do, and it resembled him.
There you go,
bro. All right. I got to see if I can find a better image than this one. Oh, please. Yep. All right. Stand by. Stand by. See, this is why it pays to watch the live show or the replay because, yeah, this is totally going up. I'm throwing it up on the show. See, this won't get us banned. Surely not. We got time. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of time because then I have to get into one last thing because it's super important.
Awesome. Figure out your technical difficulties here.
There's no technical difficulties. Difficulties. Boom. Wait. Boom. There we go.
Okay.
Just wait. You'll see it.
Yeah, I'm waiting. We're on a 10-second delay over here.
Yep.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Exactly the one.
That's hilarious.
Wes has a point. Wes absolutely has a point.
And we're not saying anything bad because Vince himself posted it.
Right.
Oh,
well,
he did.
Supposedly. I know it says
got
Vince Neil, but, you know, I'm going to blame AI again. I don't know. One last thing to get into, because it's very, very important, especially for those of us that like to cook, because cooking is important. And if you're a fan of Willie Nelson, well, coming soon, Willie Nelson is announcing the publication of a book of recipes.
And it's just what you think it is.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. This is a book full of cannabis-infused recipes.
Exactly.
Written in collaboration with his wife and a celebrity chef.
He brought a celebrity chef in for his crime?
This book is titled Willie and Annie Nelson's Cannabis Cookbook, Mouth-Watering Recipes and the High-Flying Stories Behind Them.
Oh, my God.
This will be a 256-page hardcover, which arrives...
Pages?
How many recipes are
yeah,
there?
how many damn recipes are there? 5.
How many brownies can you make?
So this 256-page hardcover book arrives in stores just in time for Thanksgiving, November 12th.
There better be a whole spread for Thanksgiving that you can cook with cannabis-infused things.
Listen,
like turkey stuffing and all that.
This book will include instructions on how to prepare weed-based ingredients like butter, syrups, sugars, and salts. According to Willie Nelson, over a lifetime of study, he has learned that pot is more than pleasure. Its positive properties are limitless. In a statement, he added, "It's a blessing and a blast. It's good fuel."
Please tell me that Guy Fieri is the celebrity chef.
No, together with Andrea Drummer, who is one of the most celebrated cannabis chefs.
Oh, he found an expert besides
He's
himself.
excited to help you cook up a whole mess of wholesome meals.
Can you imagine what your holiday dinner will be like when everyone eats their meal and then things start settling in? And not just the tryptophan or whatever that the damn turkey gives you, the turkey nap. Think about the everything else that's infused with all the pot.
So
so mellow.
Yeah, so this is it's being put out by, I think, Gallery Books is the publisher, and Gallery Books, part of the release on this is that drawn from their favorite meals on nationwide tours at the ranch, at home, and in their favorite cities along the way, these recipes have stories to tell. And what better way to enjoy a good meal than with a high-flying tail and a relaxing buzz? I mean, the marketing on this is genius.
It is.
It finishes saying the recipes themselves are delicious and easy to make at home. Buffalo wings, chocolate cake, fried chicken, only the good stuff.
Fried chicken. Yeah.
How the hell do you make weed fried chicken?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
It's the oil. I bet you infuse the oil or the grease.
Flour, the batter.
Maybe. I don't know.
And the oil.
There's only one way to find out.
By the book?
Buy the book.
By the book.
Yeah.
My joints feel better already.
I am right now just imagining the different things that you could get, that you could make. Brownies. I mean, we've already talked about that. Wes already has the munchies. Brownies.
Cookies.
What about spaghetti sauce?
What about your ribs? He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Or other stuff.
Oh my gosh, what if you smoke your ribs and then the smoke is infused with the...
What if you have to sit at your smoker while you're smoking and then you're blowing the smoke into your smoker? Who does that make the actual smoker?
Right. It's not my fault.
Circle.
It's not my pants.